Hello techies. Welcome to our brand new video series focused on helping you get the most of your experiences in life. Before we start the video, let's know about Upptalk. Upptalk is a live, interactive platform for software training, furnishing robust personalities who could take on universal business platforms. In this tutorial video, we will take a deep look into Workday HCM. Workday HCM, Human Capital Management, is a cloud-based system used by organizations to manage their human resources, including hiring, onboarding, payroll, and performance management. It provides a comprehensive suite of tools to help companies better manage their workforce and streamline HR processes. It also allows users to track and analyze data to gain insights into workforce performance and compliance. Stick around and watch each and every video in this Workday HCM series to receive the most benefit from it. We are going to talk about the following topics in this video series. Sitemap Overview and Navigations. Hiring Process. Business Process. Create Business Process. Configuration of Business Process. Compensation. Job Profiles, Job Families, Job Family Group. Workday Reporting Business Object. EIB Creation. Connectors. Interview questions and creating reports. Please do like, share and subscribe to our channel to know more about such interesting technologies. Watch other videos in our Upptalk channel. For more information, contact us at sales@upptalk.com. Let's get started.
So what you're seeing on my screen is a kind of Workday tenant that I was referring. Tenant is nothing but a kind of Workday instance, and this is nothing but a kind of GMS tenant. Okay, whatever we discussed in our demo, a kind of landscape of tenants that covers actual subscription tenants. We'll be subscribing for production, sandbox, and implementation, right? So this is not a kind of live tenant. It's a kind of training tenant, a kind of, we name it as GMS tenant, Global Modern Services, so which will not be maintained actually. So all the production live tenants will be under maintenance of Workday every weekend or every quarter, every half yearly. Those will undergo for maintenance activities. But whatever you're seeing on my screen is a kind of training tenant that will not undergo any maintenance activities, and you'll see when you're practicing your activities that we'll be discussing here, we'll be having a lot of junk data. So because it's not a kind of well-maintained refresh tenant, so you'll be seeing a lot of huge data. Okay, so don't focus on any of junk data. Whatever will be performing any kind of hands-on. So the first session we'll be getting into organizations, will be creating from the scratch. Okay, just focus on what you are creating. Okay, don't look at the data that is already there in the system, because that is invalid data. Okay, so people would be practicing, they would be creating some objects or some kind of organizations with invalid or incorrect information. So don't look for the information that is already there in the system, because this is not a live tenant. This is a kind of training tenant. But whatever Workday provides, the functionalities, the kind of configurations, the kind of features of the product, integration reports, any kind of configurations, everything will be having this tenant, and it is actually compatible to the tenant that we already have in the live. Okay, so whatever live tenant will be having, the same options, features, everything you'll be having in this tenant. Only the thing is, since we'll be working on this tenant, so there will be a lot of invalid or incorrect data that will be inputting. So don't look at the data that is already there in the system. Just focus on what we are creating and the output and the feature and the concept. Those are the only things that you can focus and get that idea of the concept. Okay. Now coming to the tenant. So this is a kind of, as I said, this kind of GMS tenant. Okay, for user, will be every employee who will be getting will be working in Workday will be having a user. Okay, so they'll be getting into Workday. So the two things that you need to remember is, when you join a kind of Workday team, okay, you'll be having the same tenant with a different access. Okay, because you'll be supporting Workday application, you'll be having a different security access, where you can navigate any of the employee information from the search bar. But a regular employee who is a kind of end user. Okay, they'll be having a different kind of security. They'll be not able to view any other employee's information. Okay, so only you are the folks, because you'll be supporting a Workday application. You'll be viewing all the data that is there in the system. That is just because of the security that is assigned for you. Okay, and the first thing that I want to talk about is when you go to your profile, employee profile. Right now, as Adam, a kind of profile. So if you see here, there is an option called Sitemap. Okay, when you get into Workday, so probably you'll be not aware of the tasks that are available, and activities that are available in Workday, categories that are available in Workday. You'll be not aware. Okay, so sitemap is one of the tasks, that will direct you to the list of the tasks or list of the activities, reports that are available for that particular category. Okay, so if you click on that sitemap, okay, you will be getting into this page where it will be showing all the categories, and for each category, you'll be seeing list of reports that are available and list of tasks that are available. Okay, let's say if I wanted to actually go for benefits. Okay, so if someone asks you, okay, can you actually create a benefit plan or create okay, let me proxy as one of the super user. Adam does not have some specific permissions. What I'll do is I'll proxy as one of the user who have all the permissions in this tenant. Okay, so there is a task called proxy which allows you to proxy as that person and view the data as that person. Okay, so Logan McNeil is a kind of super user in this tenant, so I'm proxying as her so that she'll have all the permissions which I can look at. Now, a lot of other more options here. When I go into sitemap, so when you go to employee profile, so you'll have an option called sitemap that will be directing you to list of categories where you can see the list of available reports and the list of the tasks for that category. Okay, which will let you know these are the tasks that are available for under that category. Let's say if I'm going to benefits. Okay, benefits, these are all the list of the tasks. Okay, if someone asks you, hey, can you actually initiate open enrollment? Okay, so you will not be knowing how to actually perform that activity, since you don't know the task that needs to be accessed in the search bar. Okay, so sitemap is one thing that will let you get into that category, and you can actually list down all the tasks that are available. Let's say integrations. Okay, if someone asks you to create integration, someone asks you to create integration, you don't know what are the tasks that are available for the integrations. Okay, so you can come to the category called integration and find out list of the tasks that are available and choose the appropriate task that will allow you to create integration, whether it is a delivered integration or custom integration. All these are the options that you will be having here. You can choose as how you want it to. Okay, so all I wanted to say is sitemap is one thing that will allow you to list down all the tasks that are available in Workday. Okay, so it will populate all the tasks under each category, which will allow you to perform the task. Let's say if I wanted to create an EIB, okay, I don't know, assuming that I don't know what is the task. Okay, I'll come here, choose integration. I'll choose integration, see what is related to EIB here. Okay, so there is a task called create EIB. Okay, I'll click on that EIB. I'll click on EIB, which allow me to create integration with EIB. So such kind of tasks and reports you'll be able to view from the sitemap. Okay, so this is when you get into Workday for the first few days till you get used to the system and aware of the tasks that are mostly used in Workday. So you can look for the sitemap that will navigate you to the task and to the reports that are available in Workday. This is one of the things that you can remember. Sorry, anyone have any questions?
Amit, what is EIB as such?
EIB is nothing but integration. Probably we'll be talking in our integration concept. Okay. I just shown you a kind of example. If I wanted to create an integration with EIB, how would I go and navigate to that particular tasks? Okay. So integration is kind of category that you can select and go to EIB to create an integration. Or if you wanted to do some kind of edit the existing EIB in the system, you can do that. Or you can see a lot of tasks that are available to integrations. As per your need, you can select the tasks that are that will be directing you to the particular area of Workday. Okay. So anything, let's say if someone asks you to create a security group, okay, security, you can come to security category. You can come to security category and see what are all the tasks that are available under security. So yeah, so if you are about to access anything related to security, so you can come to security category. You can find the list of the tasks that are available under security. So that was the thing, objective of sitemap, which will be directing you to the particular task that will be used in Workday and reports that are created under that particular category. Okay. Now tell me, where do you find sitemap in Workday?
Under profile.
Under profile. What is the purpose of sitemap?
For integration.
No.
To navigate all the activities or tasks which are available in Workday.
Yep. Sitemap navigates you to the tasks under each category that are available in Workday. Also, it shows all the reports that are created under that particular category. Okay. Clear? Makes sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So that is one of the important things that you need to know. And once you get into Workday, okay, you'll be getting community access. Okay. You can navigate to community through Workday only. If you click on documentation, it will be directing you to resource center, where you'll be inputting your username and password that will get you kind of community access. Okay. So it has actually got into my official access. So you'll be getting into this portal where you can access your community. So right now it has taken defaultly, since I'm actually connecting from my official system from cookies, it has taken my official login and it has got me into the community. Okay. So this is where you'll get into the community and you'll be actually finding all the necessary documents and the administration guides related to each of the configuration, all historical releases of Workday you'll be finding in this community. Okay. This is one thing you'll be getting when you actually log into Workday. Okay. Log into community. Yeah. And the other thing that you want to know is inbox. Okay. So inbox is one thing which will actually get you the list of activities that you are supposed to take. Okay. So when I say list of activities means, let's say if you're joining as a kind of Workday developer or a Workday configurator, okay, there will be a security that will be assigned for you where you are accountable to perform any actions in Workday. Okay. If you're joining as a kind of Workday analyst, senior Workday analyst or Workday developer or Workday configurator, you are supposed to make a lot of activities in Workday, including the configurations, including reports, including integrations, everything. Okay. So whatever security that is assigned, okay, that will allow you to perform the activities. So since you will be a kind of the Workday person, you will be having complete access in Workday. So among the access, one is the prominent or important, the security group is HR administrator. Okay. HR administrator is a security group that will allow you to perform all the HR related activities. Okay. So all the HR related activities you will be able to perform with the security group called HR administrator. Will be able to allow you to hire an employee, will be able to edit employee profile, make job changes, promote an employee, demote an employee, transfer an employee from one location to another location, or make contact changes of employee, personal data changes, everything. You'll be getting a complete access when you get HR administrator security group access. Okay, so that will allow you to modify any of the information related to HR in Workday. So when you get HR administrator related security group that is assigned to you, all the HR related actionable items. Okay, if employee is getting hired into the system, and if you wanted to approve the hire or assign some compensation, all those activities you'll be getting to your inbox. Okay, inbox is nothing but which will allow you to take action based on the security group that is assigned to you. Okay, so that will allow you to perform or action. Okay, let's say you are the manager of one of the employee. Okay, you are the manager and your team member have applied leaves. Okay, and those leaves needs your approval. So those leaves will be coming to your inbox and you will be approving those leaves, and the leaves will be approved in the system, and the employee can go on leave once approved. An employee submits any kind of reimbursements. Okay, as a manager, you need to approve those reimbursements. You will be getting all those list of actionable activities into your inbox. So inbox is nothing but that will give you a task where you need to action on those things. Okay, so you need to take approval or deny or reject or send back. All these are the options that you'll be having where you can take required action through inbox. Okay. So
kind of a inbox like Outlook.
You'll not be getting this class in your Outlook, but only specific to Workday. Here you can see create position. Position has been created, and this guy Logan has to approve this position. Okay, so she'll be approving if it needs an approval. All these are the how do we get approval, how do we say configure send back, how do we add this option called add approvers. All these are we'll be learning in our future concepts. Okay, so but to know for you is inbox item is nothing but which will provide you list of the task where you need to take an action. Okay, clear? Any questions on this? So inbox is nothing but which will get you list of the activities that you are supposed to take an action. Okay, and the other one is bell icon where you can see the notifications. Okay, based on the security, you will be getting you will be notified on the status actually. Okay, whatever activities that are going on, to let you know about the status of that activity, you will be getting a notification. Okay, this is not any kind of you're not supposed to take any action from the notification. This is just for your information. Okay, so there is a difference between notifications and inbox. You'll be mostly using your inbox and notifications when you're actually taking care of any of the activities. If you create any integrations, if you configure a notification on that integration for any completions, for any failures, if you wanted to notify on the status of the integration, you'll be getting a integration status that integration is completed or failed or aborted or completed with warnings. All those things you'll be getting here. Okay, and this is something but a kind of chatbot. Okay, so probably you would have seen in most of the applications in recent days, we are actually getting a kind of chatbot kind of feature, and Workday has got similar chatbot feature called Workday Assistants, and which will actually ask you to any of the tasks that you wanted to navigate to Workday, and also it will be returning the data that you will be requesting. Activities this Workday Assistance will be supporting, and basic information, your name, your employee ID, your information, this will be giving. Okay, nothing other than this. So this will right now this is restricted to only time off. When I say time off is nothing but your leaves. Okay, it will be taking care of your leaves. It will be getting your balances of your leave and how many you have, how many accruals that you have made. All those things you will be getting from this assistance. But still, it is in progress. In future, we may see all other categories will be coming into this assistance, and you can actually use as a kind of fully flexed assistance that you can get all the tasks listed in the assistance. Okay.
Can we generate the employee number from this tool also? Or
so employee ID will be generated automatically when employee hired into the system. Okay. When you hire an employee into Workday, automatically employee ID will get generated. Okay. So that you will be seeing when you are hiring an employee. So when you hire an employee, automatically Workday will be generating employee ID. Okay. So you can see employee ID automatically when employee gets hired into the system, by default, Workday employee ID will get generated. That you will see when we go into hire activity, when we hire some employee, you will see the employee ID generation part on it. Since this is a HR application, this is a kind of basic feature that it has to have, having an employee ID for every employee that gets hired into the system. Okay.
okay. Just wanted to check one more thing. If like some companies have categorized between the vendor, sorry, contractor on part-time and the full-time employees. So they have
Even
divided.
Workday has same kind of categories.
Oh.
Even Workday has same kind of categories. We have employee type. Okay. Employee type as full-time employee, regular employee, contractor, fixed term, part-time, intern, contractor. All these are the employee types. Okay. When you hire an employee, when you create a position, and when you hire an employee under the position, who is a full-time employee or regular employee or part-time employee or contractor employee, based on that employee type, your employee ID will be generated. Okay. If it is contractor, if you wanted to identify contractors with the CW before the employee ID, you can prefix CW. If you wanted to have your regular employees with a different sequence, you can do that. Okay. All those are things, the default possibilities with Workday.
Okay.
So that is about the Workday assistance. Okay. Now we'll go to employee profile and see what are all the options that employee will have, or you will be able to view as a kind of end user in Workday. Okay. Based on that, we will be actually developing all these categories. Okay. Let's say you have Logan McNeil, who is a manager. Okay. Manager is nothing but who will be managing this organization. Okay. So we will be creating these organizations and make some person as a manager and hire an employee under that manager, so that you will be seeing a new profile that employee. So all those are our list of activities in our concepts, core HR concepts. So when you get into employee profile, okay, you'll be seeing all these are the tasks. Okay. Summary is nothing but which will give you a high level information of the summary. Okay. What is the cost center? Who is the manager? What is the supervisor organization? Employee ID, all the job information you'll be seeing here. Job history, everything, skills that you'll be uploading as part of skills, you'll be seeing everything in a summary. Okay. And if you go into overview, it will give you a kind of high level information. These are all configurable items. Okay. Whatever you're seeing, compensation, additional data, or these are all configurable items. This is not a kind of right configuration now. Overview is nothing but which will be giving you a kind of overview of the profile, not a compensation. Okay. But these are all configurable items, which some of the trainee who wanted to configure this, they would have configured. But generally, you will not see compensation information in overview. Okay. You will see some overview of the profile information. Compensation will be viewing in compensation data. Okay. So overview is nothing but which will give you a kind of high level profile information, and whatever you're seeing the tabs here, okay, additional data, compensation, these are all configurable items. Okay. However we wanted to have, however our business requesting, we can configure all these options here. Okay. So probably we'll be seeing in our sessions how we can actually add these configurations on. Okay. And pay is nothing but all the payroll information of you. So your pay slip, your pay group, which pay group you belong to, your pay slips, what kind of pay inputs that you have. Okay, so pay components, what kind of pay inputs, So these are all the pay inputs that you have. All these things, you'll be seeing. And since Workday is part of payroll, built-in payroll module for all US countries, US employees, they can view all their tax selections, tax documents, and their withholding orders, pay slips, everything within Workday. Okay, so they can view all their pay slips, everything related to payroll, and they can view everything within Workday. But other than US, other than Canada, UK, if anyone wanted to view their pay information, there has to be a kind of custom integration built in order to have this information from a third-party payroll system. Okay, so this is a kind of employee who is from United States, where Workday payroll was part of the United States. That employee is able to view all the payroll information here. Okay, pay is nothing but which will be populating all the pay related information. Okay, and job is nothing but which will be providing you all the job related information. Okay, your job history, your job details, when you have joined the organization, and what are all the organization that you are part of. Okay, so this is first thing that we'll be discussing when we are actually getting into the actual concepts. Organizations we'll be discussing. So what organization that employee is belonging to, all those list of organizations, you'll be seeing worker history, the historical activities of worker, and the leave balance, additional data. All these things you'll be seeing in job information. Again, these are all configurable items. Whatever you're seeing, according to our requirements, we can configure. Leave balance is not a right activity that needs to be in job. Okay, someone would have added incorrectly. Leave balance should be somewhere with time off. Okay, not with job. But again, whatever you wanted to have here, as per your business requirement, we can actually add it here. Okay, and whatever module that you're subscribed. Okay, if you're subscribed for benefits, you'll be seeing benefits. If you're subscribed for performance, you'll be seeing performance here. Okay, and if you're subscribed for absence, you'll be seeing absence. Okay, if you have any kind of learning, you can actually get your learnings tracked under career. So all the subscriptions will be giving you multiple options. So if you are subscribed for compensation, you'll be getting compensation option when you configure this one. So all the modules when you subscribe, those related tasks you'll be getting here to view that particular information. Job overview summary are part of core HR. You will be seeing your job information basically when you subscribe for core HR. Okay, so these are the options that employee will have in his her profile. Okay, these are called profile options. Someone asks you find out benefits from employee profile. So when they ask you this, you need to go to benefits of employee profile. Okay, someone asks you, can you get me list of the benefit plans that employees enroll into? How you will be getting that information? You'll be getting into benefits, and you will see this employee is enrolled to 401k and computer spending plans of benefits. Okay, if someone asks you what are the goals that employee has submitted very recently, okay, you'll be going to performance, going to individual, see the goals, and you'll be giving this goal information to the requested person. Okay, and again, performance is nothing but where you'll be actually editing, adding the goals, editing goals, submitting your goals to your review. And once the performance review is completed, all your manager ratings that you'll be getting from manager, you'll be getting in performance review. Okay, so as part of your annual salary increment or annual compensation process or annual appraisal process, where your rating is actually considered, this is where your rating you'll be able to see. Okay, review status awaiting, all these things, so you'll see from your as part of performance review. Okay, so this is where your performance is evaluated and rated. Here you can view your performance rating that your manager will be getting in Workday. These are all the profile options which you'll frequently working when you get into Workday, because you'll be managing people data. Okay, so people data is nothing but employee data. You'll be managing employee data, and these are all the employee profile related options which will navigate you to manage this data. Okay, these are all the profile options, and when you actually hide, you'll be getting an email, you'll be getting a phone, and you'll be getting a team. Your team members, all this information you'll be, when you add your phone number, when you add your email, you'll be getting that information here. Okay, any questions here? So once you are aware of these basic things, the other important thing that you need to know is team hierarchy. Okay. The first thing that you'll be getting transition when you get to Workday position is they'll be walking through the organization hierarchy. Okay, how the organization hierarchy is built within Workday system, and they'll be walking through from top level hierarchy to all the downstream subordinate hierarchies. Okay, this is kind of organization hierarchy which is there in Workday. Okay, so all the employees will be part of these hierarchies. So we will not be touching any of these hierarchies, but when we get into activities, we'll create these hierarchies right from the scratch. Okay, we'll create our own hierarchies. We'll hire a few team members and get them part of these hierarchies. Okay, so we'll not be making or using any of this hierarchy. We'll be creating our own hierarchy so that you will get to know how to actually maintain organization hierarchy, how to handle organization creations. Okay, so when we get into our first activity, this is what we are going to do. We are going to build entire hierarchy. Okay. So when you get into Workday role or when you get into Workday position, the first activity that you'll be getting a transition is they'll be walking through on the organization hierarchy. So the organization hierarchy is nothing but who will be part of the organization. Okay, so in this scenario, CEO, okay, who will be the primary person of the company, who will be handling the primary organization. CEO will be part of this top level organization, under which you'll be seeing all other people who are reporting to CEO, and all others who are reporting to leadership team, and all others who are reporting to manager. The leaders, everyone will be part of this hierarchy, but their organizations, their team members will be showing under this hierarchy. So these are nothing but a kind of organization chart. Okay, organization chart is nothing but which will show you the kind of hierarchy that is followed within the organization, with the list of the employees, with the list of the when I say employee, even CEO will be the employee. Okay, so it will be showing all the employees who are part of the organization hierarchy. You'll be able to see. So might be you will be walking through. This is the person who is a CEO, and this is the person who is a vice president of IT, who is vice president of HR, who is vice president of Workday, who is vice president of people data. All those kind of transitions you'll be getting when you get into your Workday position. A kind of transition you'll be getting as a kind of first level to make you aware of the people or system. So in our first concept, we will be discussing about organizations, and we'll be creating hierarchy. Probably when we create, we will not see like this. Okay, so this is not a properly created hierarchy. When we create, we'll hire a person, and we'll make that person as a manager, and we'll hire few more team members under that manager, and see how our hierarchy will be populated. We'll be seeing more clear organization hierarchy when we create organizations. Okay, but for you, just as part of introductory navigation sessions, I'm trying to give you a kind of basic idea what is an organization, what does this consist of, and since this is the first activity that you will be transitioned when you join in Workday position. Okay, that is about organization hierarchy. And if you go to employee profile, as I said, right, organizations. Okay, so this Logan is reporting to Steve. Okay, and Steve is part of Steve is managing executive management supervisor organization. Okay, I'll tell you what is supervisor organization, why it is coming here, all those background of supervisor organization in a while, but you need to know how it actually views. Okay, how we can view the list of members who are part of the supervisor. Let's say Logan is the person who is actually reporting to Steve, and Steve is managing executive management supervisor organization. You can see who are all part of this supervisor organization. You can see all these are the members, 7 members who are part of executive management supervisory organization. Okay, Logan McNeil is also one of the member in the team. So there is a reason why Logan is showing in the team members. So all the team members who are reporting to Steve, who is managing supervisor organization, you will be seeing here. Okay. So probably in future, you may be, when you get hired, you may be reporting to one of the manager, and that manager will be managing a supervisor organization, and you will be one of the member among the list of employees under that supervisor organization. Yeah. And when you come to details, okay, details means it will be showing all the details of the supervisor organization, when it has got created, what type of organization it is, and is it visible to everyone, and what is the top level, the executive management, to whom this executive management is reporting, and who are all reporting to executive management as a kind of subordinates. You can see these are all the subordinates who are reporting to executive management, and executive management will be reporting to top level person. When I say the reporting to executive management is nothing but a department. Okay, this department is maintained by Steve Morgan. Okay, as you have seen in my previous screen, where Logan is reporting to that person, right? That person is managing executive management supervisor organization, and that person will be reporting to this 3000 global model services, and people who are reporting to Steve, this executive management, you will be seeing as a subordinates. Okay, as a subordinates. These are the three. These are the few subordinate. Naming conventions are not properly maintained, so just ignore the naming conventions we have here. Probably when we create, we'll be going with proper names, so that how in actual scenario naming convention will be maintaining. We'll be going with the proper naming convention. But just to understand, subordinates are nothing but who are reporting to superiors, and superior is nothing but where it has the few members reporting to that person. Okay, as a kind of manager, you can assume. Okay, manager will be having team members reporting to that, and manager will be reporting to his manager or her manager, and that person will be reporting to the other person. And similarly, you can go to top level, right? So you'll be reporting to manager. Your manager will be reporting to senior manager, and that person will be reporting to director, and director will be reporting to vice president, and vice president will be reporting to CEO. Like that, you can see the hierarchy, right? The same hierarchy follows here. Whatever I've shown you in organization hierarchy, the same kind of organization hierarchy will be followed. And independently, if you wanted to see what organization is reporting to what organization and who are reporting to that particular organization, you can see as subordinates. In details, you can view that information. Okay. And the other thing is staffing. Okay, staffing is nothing but which allows you how you can hire an employee, how you wanted to hire an employee. Staffing model will allow you. Okay, if you wanted to hire an employee, you wanted to hire through position to be created in the system and then hire an employee. If you wanted to go with that process, you can select the position management staffing model. And if you don't want to go with the position, you can create another staffing model, which we can see when we are getting into organizations. Okay, staffing is nothing but which will show you members who will be part of this members list in future. Okay, so candidate who is getting hired into the system and who applied for a job, and interview is in progress, and all the recruiting activities in progress, that person will be showing under staffing. Okay, and once all the hiring activities completed, that person will be becoming employee, and employee will be part of member. Okay, so you'll be seeing staffing is nothing but which will be showing future employees in the tab. Okay, employees the candidates who are going to be an employee in future, they will be showing in the staffing tab. Okay, once all the staffing activities are complete, you will be seeing members here. Okay, and unavailable to fill. Okay, when job requisition is created. Okay, generally as part of recruiting, we need to create a position when we wanted to hire an employee. When position is created, a requisition will be created, and requisition will be released to the market, and we'll be seeing in job portals, this position is available in this company, in this location, all right? All those are job requisitions. Job requisitions are posted in job posting. Okay, so that you will be seeing all those positions in in LinkedIn, in Naukri, a lot of job portals are there, right? You will be seeing those positions. Those are nothing but a kind of job requisitions which are posted in external recruiting portals or internal recruiting portals. You'll be seeing this. So all those when you create something in Workday kind of job requisition, you'll be seeing unavailable to fill. Okay, so when this job requisition goes for staffing, it will be going for staffing, and once the staffing is completed, which means that all the recruiting activities are completed, that person who is under staffing will be moved to members. Okay, so unavailable to fill is nothing but when job requisitions are created, that requisitions under that particular supervisory organization will be showing up here. Okay, you can see here Chief Executive Officer requisition has got created, and Vice President for Human Resources has got created. And similarly, you can create any of the job requisition and release it for hiring, whether it is within the organization or outside of the organization, external hiring or internal hiring, you can actually get it from here. Okay. And roles are nothing but a kind of security. What securities that are assigned to for the supervisor organization are defaultly populated when supervisor organization is getting created. Probably we'll be talking about roles in our security concept. Okay. And the other thing that you need to know is security groups also will be covering in our security topic. But what security is granted to the supervisor organization, you'll be seeing the list of security groups. The other important thing that you need to know is organization assignments. Organization assignments are nothing but a company, cost center, these things. Company, let's say you're getting hired into Amazon. Okay, Amazon is nothing but a kind of company, right? Amazon is nothing but company. Okay, so where it is company? It is in India or Singapore or Australia or US or Canada. You should be having different company in different country, right? So when you're hired in India, you'll be selecting Amazon India. When you're hired in Amazon US, you'll be hired whatever name that they've given for Amazon US, you'll be getting hired under that. If you're hired under Australia, you'll be hired under Australia Amazon. So those companies will be added here. Okay, those company information will be added here. Whichever company that you are getting hired, you'll be is nothing but your organization, but different. Let's say if your organization is there in US as a kind of headquartered company, and in India you have its operational activities are going on in India, and they would have established India company here. And when you are hiring into the system, you will be under India employee of that company. Okay, so that's where you'll be whenever you create a supervisor organization, you need to configure organization assignments, which will let you know which company or which cost center that organization is belonging to. Okay, that is nothing but organization assignments. When we are doing our first activity, we will be doing all these things. We'll be creating org assignments, we'll be creating organizations, everything we'll be creating. And we'll be assigning these org assignments to the supervisory organizations. So when I say supervisory organization, this is nothing but in this scenario, it is executive management. Okay, executive will be creating similar supervisory organizations, and we'll be attaching org assignments. We'll be creating org assignments. We'll be creating a company. We'll be creating cost center and assign those activities to our supervisory organizations. Okay, so that you'll know the entire hierarchy, how the system is built. Okay. This is something that you need to know, and yeah. So these are the basic navigated items that you need to understand. The other thing is, as you all know, that Workday is a kind of search-driven application, which will be returning data based on the search criteria. Okay, whatever you wanted to access, you'll be accessing from search bar. Okay, if you wanted to create report, you'll be accessing from search bar. If you wanted to create integration, you'll be doing from here. And if you wanted to actually delete a report, everything is a search driven. You can perform every task from the search bar, and this is the only application that you have to work. There is no other application, a backend or front end or a database or a server. There is nothing. Okay, this is the only single application that you'll be working on. If you wanted to build integration, you'll be building here. If you wanted to build a report, you'll be building here. Any kind of core configuration that you're making, you'll be doing in the same application. No other external application will be there. You'll be managing everything within this application. Okay, and all the search driven tasks will be you'll be prefixing that, you'll be getting all those related tasks. Okay, if you are not aware of the task or prefixes that needs to be used, you can go for question tag, that will return you all this list of tasks available in Workday. Enter question tag and hit enter. You'll be getting all the prefixes that are available in Workday. Okay. If you wanted to return any employee, let's say in this case, if you wanted to return John Smith, okay, you need to worker colon John Smith, you'll be getting worker profile. Okay. If you wanted to return based on employee ID colon, you'll be if you give employee ID, you'll be getting that person. Okay. BP colon, if you give the name of the BP, you'll be getting this one. Job requisition colon requisition number, you'll be getting. Okay. Similarly, you'll be having all other if you wanted to return candidates, this is how you'll be prefixing candidate colon candidate name, you'll be giving. And similarly, you'll be having all the other prefixes that you can see here. Okay. These are all the list of prefixes that are available in Workday. And by the end of this course, you should be aware of all the activities, all the tasks, all the prefixes that you'll be using here. Okay. Yeah, that is, these are the few basic navigations, that you need to know as a kind of start when you're starting something on Workday. And we'll be discussing further the concepts, and we'll be actually getting into organizations in our next session. We'll be discussing what is an organization, how it is getting created, and what are the features and all in our next session. Okay. For now, just get familiar with the navigations, how to access what in Workday, and then we'll be focusing on the first introductory concept called organizations in our next session.